Hi, my twin flame babies. I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you guys so much for the continuing love and support of the channel, guys. And if you have not already, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, let's start off with getting some beautiful spiritual messages for my beautiful masculines and feminines. Let's see what's going on in the energy. Let's get a spiritual message. I'm hearing too, it's more to it than what you see. Okay, it's more to it than what you see. All right, so we have this is the perfect time. I feel like something is about to be shown to you guys. All right, another confirmation coming in based off of what I'm seeing, and we also have share the gift. So someone has definitely ascended, spiritually ascended. There's some sort of life lesson that has been mastered. And remember, we're always closing out cycles, beginning new ones. We're always learning something. Sometimes we have to relearn things. But something here has been mastered in the energy, okay? Things are in perfect alignment. Angel number 444 is very significant. That's all about protection. There's a lot of protection around both you and your person. All right, so the first card out is addictions. All right, physical addictions, emotionally addictive thoughts, or other negative patterns of behavior are affecting this connection. And we also have past life soulmate. You've had many past lives together, and we also have soul imprints here. And it says unresolved wounds, karmic patterns, and inheritances are affecting this situation. And that's all about those cycles and sometimes relearning lessons and having to learn more lessons and things just being in perfect alignment. So even though the journey itself has been ghetto, okay, I tell my clients all the time, y'all, look, the healing journey is ghetto because it hurts sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. And every painful experience that we go through, there is a life lesson attached to it. Unresolved wounds that we don't know about, they have to get triggered by something. And that's where those experiences that don't feel great come into play, right? You've had many past lives together. And I need you guys to understand on a spiritual level that sometimes on our old timelines with our people, whether that's family, friends, or your twin, there's some life lessons that we don't get a chance to learn, or we just continue to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's when you have to keep seeing it. And when you've had many lives together, there's always something to learn. There's always something to be seen. There's always something that we're always building, we're always learning, we're always growing. And that's why it just takes time. And we have to take all the time that we need to just work on ourselves, become more aware, accept things as they are, accept people for who they are, respect people's journeys, set boundaries with people so they can respect ours. There's so many different things that we have to go through on the journey, period, before we can kind of get to the milk and honey, okay, basically. But anyway, let's get into the things. Let's see what's going on here overall. All right, so the first card out is the Ten of Pentacles, along with the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And we also have the Empress energy here. Now, this Empress energy is crowning this whole reading, which is beautiful energy. And with this Empress energy here, I feel like this is the energy that has passed their test. The Empress energy is the energy, the more ascended energy here at this time, that has successfully resolved an unresolved issue. And I feel like it has a lot to do with maybe like a family, maybe like a generational curse type situation. Could have been a third party situation that was passed down to this energy. and they had to learn this lesson. It's just different for everybody. But this energy here, the Empress, the Judgment, and the Six of Cups, this is the more ascended twin. And this is the one that has mastered some sort of past life connection. All right. Now, I do feel like the Emperor energy is, they're experiencing some sort of delay here. Because I feel like a lot of different things that are going on in their lives at this time, it's like they may be approaching this with ego instead of emotion. They're allowing anger to overshadow the emotion. And when you're not allowing yourself to feel things correctly in a healthy fashion, the message can get distorted. And I feel like that's something that's happening in this energy. So let's get the energy around this King of Wands energy. Let's get the true emotions here. We have sweet talk here, along with bad credit. So they're going through financial difficulties at this time. They're not sleeping well. And I feel like their way of trying to do things on their old timeline, it's not working because the Empress has closed it out. That's all about, we always go backwards and forward with who's leading. And I feel like this Empress energy is like, know what? We're going to close this cycle out with bad credit because I'm going to work on my credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work on my spending habits. I'm going to work on working hard and coming out of that poverty mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because I am rich, even though I'm not where I want to be. I'm rich. You know, if you're the one that's operating in this Empress energy, you could be working on sleeping more, getting your rest, not worrying as much, and allowing things to just flow naturally and letting go of bad experiences from the past. And you guys are mirroring that energy back to your person at this time and approaching things with love instead of arrogance. You know, we talked about that. So it's like you guys are mirroring good changes back to your person, and they're having a hard time facing it, but they don't have a choice but to see it because their way of doing things with that sweet talking, that manipulative energy, and just trying to skip the hard parts to get to the best part, that's no longer working for them because you guys have closed the cycle out. Now with this Ten of Pentacles energy here, we have the Devil card, and you guys have successfully closed out a karmic cycle of codependency, control, manipulation. And I feel like in this, with this King of Wands energy, that's how a lot of people did things before, which is why they were the ones that were chosen to break it, because God's like, listen, I know you can do this because there's going to be someone in your energies that's going to help you do it. But ones before you, they had people in their energy, but they didn't have this Empress energy in their energy, that type of energy to close things out. So some people just settled, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of this is happening with this Two of Pentacles energy out here. I definitely feel like you guys, this person is in solitude at this time, and your angels are letting you know, like, listen, all is well. It's literally them trying to catch up to where you guys are already at, and they have no choice but to rest. Now, they are aggravated right now because they can't skip over the process. They have to go through it. And, you know, it's all good. Now, with this Queen of Swords energy present, who is this Queen of Swords in the Moon energy? The Ace of Pentacles. All right. So, I feel like, and look at that. I feel like I need to see who this not Empress energy. I need to see who this Queen of Swords energy is. Who is this Queen of Swords to this Emperor energy? The King of Wands is in the reverse. Queen of Wands upright. The Chariots. The Tower and the Eight of Wands. All right. So I feel like this is you guys' energy. Who is this Empress and the Queen of Swords? Yep. I feel like this person is going to have to watch you guys be successful. They're going to have to watch you just continue to make forward movement. And even though it's going to kill them, it's going to make them stronger. You know what I'm saying? So you guys continue to set those healthy boundaries. You know, I feel like at some point they will be trying to communicate with you when they get more in touch with their emotions. But right now, things are a bit on hold, not because of you, because of them. They got some things that they need to learn. So even though they're moving slowly here with that Knight of Pentacles energy, the Knight of Pentacles energy is also someone that's very consistent. So that's what I have for you guys. They're moving, just moving slowly. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.